The northeast monsoon is now affecting Hong Kong, bringing us fine and dry weather. Meanwhile, at 4 p.m. this afternoon, severe tropical storm Kompasu was sent about 490 km to the north-northeast of Manila. It is forecast to move west across the Luzon Strait and enter the northern part of the South China Sea. According to the present forecast track, Kompasu will come within 800 km of Hong Kong tonight overnight. Kompasu is expected to skirt around 400 km to the south of the territory. Regarding the weather, Kompasu has a relatively large circulation and a high moving speed. Under the combined effect of the northeast monsoon, winds over the coast of southern China will strengthen gradually overnight. Weather will become deteriorated tomorrow, that's Tuesday, with winds strengthening further. Winds may reach gale force over parts of the territory in the early part of Wednesday, and there will be widespread of rainstorm with squalls as well. Just to remind that the astronomical time will be relatively high, accompanied by strong winds and heavy rain. There may be flooding in some low-lying areas. Showers associated with Kompasu will continue to affect the coast of Guangdong in the later part of this week. Members of the public should pay close attention to the change in weather and the latest forecast information from the observatory in the next few days. People planning for outdoor activities or grave scripting need to prepare backup plans depending on the situation. Besides, sea will be rough with swells. The public should stay away from the shoreline and not to engage in water sports activities. Regarding the warning signals, since a dry northeast monsoon is affecting Hong Kong, the observatory has already issued a strong monsoon signal. With Kompasu comes within 800 km of Hong Kong tonight overnight, the observatory will issue the strong wind signal number 3 to replace the strong monsoon signals with a view to continue to alert the public about the strong wind prevailing over Hong Kong. We also urge the public to complete necessary precautions against strong winds and flooding now before weather deteriorates. As winds are expected to strengthen further Tuesday night to Wednesday at first, winds over parts of the territory may reach gale force. Depending on the local wind trend and weather forecast at the time, there may be a need for the observatory to issue the number 8 gale to storm signal. The relatively uncertain part of the forecast is that about Kompasu enter the South China Sea. It may be influenced by the relatively dry northeast monsoon. There are still uncertainty on whether its intensity, circulations, and associated wind bands would weaken. The observatory will pay close attention to the movement and evolution of Kompasu and alert the public of the updates of the storms and signal changes at the earliest possible time.